let's speak to Kwame Osei Prempeh, who is the director, the MD, managing director of the GOIL. That is the Ghana Oil Company Limited. Thank you very much for joining us, sir.
Thank you very much.
Great. So we understand that you have a quick intervention to clarify matters where we have misunderstood them. Please, let's hear you.
Well, thank you very much for the opportunity. Indeed, I tuned in and heard some comments being made, and I think it's proper to put things in the right perspective. First and foremost, we've said several times that government never forced our hands to reduce our prices. We are in a deregulated environment, and GOIL has always fixed our prices independently. Kosi is there, he knows that almost all OMCs look at GOIL when we fix our prices. They follow us, most of them undercut us, so they always use GOIL as a yardstick. But we also do a lot. GOIL, let me say that, has never price according to the market forces. If it had been so, the fuel at the pump now will be more than 7 cedis or more, even more. But the pricing policy I met in GOIL when I took over 2.5 years ago is to always look at where GOIL will make a good margin and also make sure that the public is also much affected, because when GOIL fixes the price, all the others follow. In fact, in the previous window, pricing window, GOIL went to 6.99. We decided to reduce it by 14 pesos, and reduced by 14 pesos. At the close of the window, we found that we had benefited a lot. When we reduced by 40%, came to 6.85, our volumes went up in a very unprecedented manner. Indeed, total fuels for about diesel, our super run 95, and others, we sold a total of 83 million liters, which has never happened. So we believe that it was good for us to look at the prices. So in this window, we decided to look at our prices. Of course, it coincided with the driver's strike and other things. But we assessed everything. We have our BDC. We sat down with the BDC and looked at everything and said that, what if you go this way, we can make profit. Let me say that within that week, Total has reduced their price from 6.90 to 6.80, 10 pesos reduction. But Total, it was no issue.
Yes. So tell us, what do you want the public to think? You have been a politician, member of parliament. You've been deputy attorney general. The drivers, we knew they were going to go on strike. You never came out to announce that you are reducing your prices. Then they go on the strike. Then they are called into the Jubilee House. They come out to tell us that this is the outcome of the meeting. And they actually quote that you are going to reduce by about 15 pesos. And then we hear you announce that you have reduced by 15 pesos.
Let me say that it was no coincidence. Indeed, I'll be lying if I say that nobody spoke to me. Every responsible government in such a situation will speak to important stakeholders. The chief of staff called me about that. The drivers were on strike, and GOIL, what could you do to help? I told her that in the previous window, we went down by 14 pesos. This one we have not decided yet. In fact, I myself, I traveled outside and I had just come in. So we were going to meet on Tuesday to look at our pricing. So we met at our BDC level, Go Energy. And after looking at the X-ref, everything, we decided that if we come down to 6.70, GOIL will still make our margin. Our margins will come down, but never it will not be bad for us. So if in the previous window you had gone down by 14 pesos, and this window we decided that we are going down only 1 peso extra down to make it 15 pesos. It shouldn't be so. I called the chief of staff and told her that we have looked at everything. We can go down by 15 pesos. That is, and I believe that we did that based on the market forces. You see, somebody said that, well, you have to make profit for our shareholders and others. Yes, that is true. But if you price and your volumes don't go up, what do you get? Your profits will go down. But if we come down and our volumes boom, like it did in the previous window, we benefited from it and we will make more money for our...
Yes. While this raises questions of unfair competition, the question people are asking is, if you are able to do this and stay in good business, then it means that there has always been something wrong with petroleum pricing, product pricing in the country. What do you say about that?
It is wrong. It is wrong. We always, as I said, earlier, it's a deregulated market. In fact, even now, as GOIL is selling at 6.70, some OMCs are selling at 6.2. Some are selling at 6.3. They do. We look at if the previous market we do window reduced by 14 pesos. And as I said earlier, if we had gone by the market forces, we would be selling fuel beyond 7 cities by now in this country.
Which OMC